This episode of The Read is sponsored by Target. This year, Target is celebrating Black History Month with a 100% Black-owned or designed collection. You can shop must-have styles from brands like women's ready-to-wear clothing line Sammy B, and there are even options for kids like Ada and Ayo's African-inspired child's wear and Little Giant's Giant Shorty's incredible hip-hop-inspired kids streetwear, Snack Rayo and Honey's canvas pendants and totes, which combine Black culture and positive affirming messages with a modern design aesthetic. And if you're in the market for a home revamp, Domo Inc. makes wall art and home decor that celebrates the essence of Black art and culture. I was actually just in my local Target the other day and saw all these gorgeous clothes and home decor items and immediately snatched it all up. Okay, y'all know how I do. This new assortment from Target focuses on representation across the diaspora, inclusive sizing, and an expanded partnership with Black cotton farmers. Plus, the 2023 HBCU Design Challenge winners will have their designs featured on Target.com and in all Target stores. Target's dedication to Black creators and founders doesn't end after Black History Month. The brand is committed to spending more than $2 billion with Black-owned businesses by the end of 2025. So discover the Black History Month collection only at Target now through the end of February. Shop now at target.com/blackbeyondmeasure. Hey, y'all, whether you're a makeup influencer, a telehealth life coach, maybe you're a cryptocurrency analyst, an esports game coach, whatever it may be, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to help you stand out with a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything. With Squarespace, you can collect email subscribers and convert them into loyal customers, display posts from your social profiles on your website, and even use the analytics features to gain insights to grow your business. Head on over to squarespace.com/read for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Let them know that Crystal and Kid Fury sent you, and let's start the show.
Well, we're a day late and a dollar short. Welcome back to this thing. I'm Cassie Davis.
And I'm Jalen Hurts, play cousin. This is The Read. Thanks for coming back.
It is indeed. Thank you for returning. Loyal listener ship. Black excellence this week. Speaking of, you're a play cousin or whatever you just said.
That's right.
Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes are going to the game, that football thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be the first game in Super Bowl history to feature two Black starting quarterbacks, which seems strange, seeing as how it's Super Bowl 297. And, you know...
Yeah, well, racism. But yep, I couldn't believe it either when I heard that it was the first time. But it's true.
Well, congratulations to the both of them, as well as the Chiefs and Eagles. And I'm sure the you girls will put on a wang dang doodle of a good time, entertain the fans across the globe, really, and likely be undermined and overpowered by Rihanna, but that's not your fault. And what can you do about it? You know?
Well, I mean, yes, that's very possible, but I'm looking forward to the game.
It's exactly possible. It's what's going to happen.
It is extremely possible.
Halftime.
Right.
It is what is going to happen. The end.
But
I said that as the sports analyst.
Oh, okay. So as a sports analyst, which team do you think is going to actually win
This
the game?
is the Black Excellence segment. We're not here to talk about sports.
You brought it up.
I knew that you were going to try it.
You literally brought it up.
Nicole Lynn is the first Black female agent to represent a quarterback in the Super Bowl ever. She is Jalen Hurts' agent, as well as an overall sports badass. She began representing Mr. Hurts when she slid into his DM saying, "Hey, have you picked an agent? If not, I'd like to link." And since then, according to Jalen, she has been on top of her stuff, very prepared, and knowing what she was talking about, as well as being determined and having a resume to boot. She got her first client when she was 26 years old. She also became the first female agent to represent the NFL agency Players Rep, which was later acquired by Young Money, which Okay. And she's also a Hottie McHotterson with a lot of cool sweaters. That's just my opinion based on her Instagram page.
Yeah, she seems to be quite successful. So congrats to her. And his whole team, I think, is Black women. So good for him and good for her.
Making choices.
That's right.
All right. This week in our pop culture segment, which is titled Hot Tops, Ass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. We're going to start with the obvious. We're going to start with the beginning, the middle, and the end. It is time. Renaissance World tour tickets are on the brink of release. Just a week or so after doing that show down in Dubai where you were supposed to not have phones, but there were 5, 6, 7, 18 different 4K Ultra HD angles of the goddamn show that were unauthorized. It's time. Renaissance is going on the road, of course, beginning in Europe, but people love Beyonce worldwide or whatever, I guess. So she's going to Stockholm on May 10th and will be traipsing around Europe until the 27th of June. She will then begin her North American leg in Toronto on the 8th of July and going all over the damn place, snatching wigs, breaking hearts, shaming the poor, the downtrodden, the uncozy. Until about September 27th, the last show will be in New Orleans because, duh, where else would you want to end a show in the North Americans? What? And so it's time, girls. Now, the tickets aren't on sale, and then there's this whole registration process, at least for the North American part, where you have to in order to, I guess, bypass you girls who want to resell tickets and do whatever other kind of weird shit to make a buck. They're doing this it feels like I'm trying to buy a PS5. I don't really know how the process itself is going to go. But I registered for the Inglewood show, which takes place in September. So I guess I'll know all the choreography and set list and everything else by then, as hard as I would try to avoid it. But tickets are not promised. So I'm still going to have to get in gear and in line and clothesline all you ragged bitches if that's what I have to do, because I'm going and I'm getting the seat I want. So there's that.
Yeah, first of all, this is just a week after we basically begged her to do this. So thank you, Beyonce, because it really was tying my whole damn summer up. And I don't know if you saw this, but today they just added a bunch of second shows for a lot of the cities where I guess the demand has been the highest. So
I didn't. I woke up and I've been working since.
Okay. Well, so yeah, Inglewood, Atlanta, Chicago, Houston, Toronto. She's added all these second shows. So hopefully that eases the demand a little bit. But yeah, this is stressful. And I feel like Renaissance...
It just means I'm going to want to go to both of them.
Renaissance has brought in, I don't know, it just feels like Renaissance has ushered in even more fans than what this bitch had before. And all of this, the Beehive pre-sale, the other pre-sale, and then the City card pre-sale. I almost got a City card just to get to their pre-sale before I read the terms. And even they still have to register in advance and hope to get a pre-sale code. It's not even guaranteed if you have a City card. So what the fuck? I just...
We've already talked about this. This is the one. We've said it.
We said it. Yeah, I'm going.
This tour is the one.
I'm going.
So I'm not gagged. But I'm also not going to act as if I'm not sweating just a team.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be the one. I need to be full panoramic 360 degrees, smelling the perfume, feel it when you get down to the bottom of the Jurassic Park Splash Mountain rides down to the amusement park.
Oh, I have been
and
there.
You get wet. When she starts doing all of the waterworks and all of the crazy hydrotechnics and pyrotechnics, I want to be moist and singed.
All of that. Whatever elements this bitch used, I want to feel the fans when she cut them hoes on.
That's right.
All of it.
If one of these dancers, when they start tossing their disco ball, their encrusted cowboy hats into I want to be smacked in the face first. And here's the thing, and I wouldn't say this normally because of the type of person I am, but the type of pressure and the type of self-destruction I'm under right now, I fucking deserve it.
Yeah, you're dealing with a lot.
So if I have to actually order a hit on one of you thirsty bitches to get my seat, that's what's going to happen. Goodbye to your mom.
I think worst case scenario, you just have to pay reseller prices, but I fully get it. I do. And you do deserve it. Honestly, I wish it was some way to get Black gays their tickets first, because who deserves to see Renaissance more than we do? Be serious. Oh, and so I'm just stressed. It's normally a process. Like, it's always been like, oh, you got a plan. You can't just show up on Ticketmaster and get Beyonce tickets. Like, it has always been something that you really had to strategize about, but this just feels more intense. So I'm just keeping everything crossed and praying for the best, because I have to see this. That album saved my mental health this summer, and I need to see whatever it is she finna do on this stage. So
also, how dare you look this good in this promotional shot? It's disgusting. It's offensive. It's lewd. It should be illegal. It's violent.
She looks so good.
It truly transcends.
Nigga. Where the thigh meets the torso. Bitch.
It transcends understanding.
Woo.
Reality. I need like a full, like at least 12-inch statue of this. I don't know how this can be recreated and placed in the home, but like this,
I need it.
At least a poster. There at least will be posters
like
of
a step and repeat
particular thing at the show.
Please.
I don't know if she's gonna put this photo on hoodies. I don't know if she's gonna put them on frisbees. Bitch, you could put these on praying candles. Whatever it needs, whatever I need this at home. Otherwise, I will go down to one of these goddamn Etsy shops and blow this shit up via Instagram myself.
Yeah.
Because how dare you? First of all, I was gonna wear this, but I guess that's out.
Oh.
So
bitch stole your look.
But it's fine. It's fine. You look better in it.
I mean, it is an incredible photo. I'm not sure what it is about it exactly. Maybe just how close the lens actually is to her body. Because it's not like we haven't seen Beyonce be sexy, but this is just, whoo, instantly changed my phone wallpaper.
Sashay, you fucking stay.
And I just need, I need to see this show. I need to see it. And I cannot fucking wait. Beyonce, please. I just need the rest of y'all to chill out and let me get my tickets. That's all.
Do you think we'll get visuals before May 10th?
No. I don't, but I'm really checked out of even giving a fuck. Honestly, the tour is what I've been waiting on. So maybe for those of you who are still like hoping and praying to see it, I'm going to, leave a little hope alive for y'all. But, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't. What you think?
I really don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going. And that's it.
I'm going.
Mama's going to do what Mama wants to do. And she's like, I feel like if by this point, if you haven't understood, if you're not in the understanding that she's going to do what she wants, she would literally like burn the entire establishment down to the fucking raised ground.
Exactly.
If that's how she's feeling about whatever it is. And we're going to give her each one of our doubloons regardless. So
every time.
Personally, especially with this particular collection of music,
I have to go. I have to be there. And I'm letting her, whatever she feels is right, whatever it is, let her do it.
She could literally put these visuals out old school. You remember like 1999, 2000 when like NSYNC and Britney Spears would like put out a single at Burger King?
Yes.
Where you would go and get like a value meal,
yes.
and then like for an extra $1 you would get the Britney Spears single.
Yes, I'm like a CD.
She could literally release all these visuals via Arby's. Whatever you need.
It don't matter. And I will
don't
find
give
Arby's.
a fuck. Not only are you Beyonce, this album's worth it.
Yeah.
So get in.
Is there even an Arby's in Manhattan? I have no idea, but it don't matter. If I have to rent a car and drive to New Jersey to find a fucking Arby's.
Cross state line?
Yeah, it's
That's not
nothing.
a problem.
Especially up north where it don't take but 15 minutes to get from one state to the next. Bitch, I'll do it. It's nothing. Woo. So, yeah, my whole body is ready. I'm just excited and hopeful.
Honestly, it's probably between where you at and like White Plains, there's got to be an Arby's. Let's not kid ourselves.
It's just that it's nothing I won't do. I will move heaven and earth, every stone in this bitch. I will sweep the ocean floor to see Beyonce. So,
also announced this past week, Bad Boys 4. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are doing it again, girls, with the 4th installment of the Bad Boys franchise. It's been announced that the new sequel is in early pre-production at Sony Pictures. Oh, the doll baby's here. And so they will be working ever so hard. Now, here's the thing. I love them. I love Will Smith and Martin Lawrence both.
Oh, yeah.
I love the first 2 movies. I have not seen the third Bad Boys.
Yep.
Multiple boys. But it got pretty good reviews.
I liked it.
But more than that, it made $426.5 million at the box office on a $90 million budget. So I don't think there was any just escaping making this goddamn movie. White people are still pissed at Will, and Martin looked like he is no longer interested in jumping out of anything that's exploding. And yeah, here we are, you know.
Yeah, the check has got to be great, but I really thought they was going to end it with Bad Boys for Life. It was a nice...
Especially since it was called Bad Boys for Life, and it was the third one. So, like, now what? Even Will Smith joked about, like, they shouldn't have called the last one that.
And in the movie, it's like, it starts off with, like, a retirement party where these niggas like, we too old for this shit. So I really thought, like...
You know what they're going to do?
Oh, Lord.
You know what they're going to do? I haven't seen the third one. I know Martin's character has kids because in the second one he had a daughter, right?
Yeah.
That went out with some boy. So I know he has kids. I don't know about Mike's character. I don't know about Mike Lowry, Will's character, but it's totally giving they're going to pass the baton.
Oh.
It's giving me the fourth one is going to have the kids in it.
Okay.
And then by then, it's going to be another Bad Boys with their kids or Bad Girls.
Oh, there we go. They're passing it to their daughters, their nieces.
That's what this one's giving me. Otherwise, I mean, that's just like typical industry. We're bored and we'd rather just, do lines and drink champagne than, write something compelling. But it works, and it's a fun way to like keep franchises going when... the classic actor is like,
exactly.
A, I'm getting too old for this, and B, bitch, like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Like, I guess Fast and the Furious, maybe? Don't they have like 10 or 11 Fast and Fury? So, like, maybe...
They just started promoting the 10th one, which is supposed to be the last. And again, we've talked a bit about the fact that they shot for 10 because it was reported that Paul Walker's wish was for them to make 10 movies.
Oh, yes. I think I did hear that.
So, like, in the spirit of the Fast family,
the family. To, like, oh, yeah. They take that serious.
For 10. Even though, like, I think even Paul would have been like, it's fine.
I mean, and what actor wouldn't want to do 10 of a hugely successful movie? Like, you see the success Fast and Furious is having. Like, why wouldn't you want to ride that?
Be surprised. 10 times?
But it's an action movie. It's like...
But girly, there's only so many things
It's
that
a
you can
huge
drive a
cast.
fucking Audi off of.
But they have made
There's
it.
only so many things. Like the girls, from what I heard, I haven't caught up, but from what I heard, the girls went to space like 2-3 movies ago.
Oh my God.
What else do you need?
I'm just saying, like,
At this
financially, I can see why somebody would want to do 10
At this
of
point,
them.
no, completely. But what I'm saying is, as the family, the performers that will actually be in front of the camera and carrying the film,
Right.
aside from respecting the wishes of your former castmate and dear friend who saw this thing, it's like, girl, from a creative standpoint, what else?
What else is there to do? Yeah.
At this point, Vin Diesel got to drive one of these cars through a portal that then has the car become Bumblebee or Optimus Prime. Oh my God, Vin Diesel's in Transformers. Because I don't know what else.
I don't either. I don't. But I just Googled it. And this franchise has grossed over $6 billion.
Of course it has.
And the Wikipedia says that there is an untitled 11th film to be announced. So I have a feeling they just going to keep going until they don't make no more money. They're going to find a reason to get y'all behind a motor vehicle and power that bitch up.
What I mean, listen, y'all are going to watch it. And there's like a really heartfelt tether between the fans and the performers and the crew and all that stuff, which I respect. Mm-hmm. And I have like a box set of, I think, the first 6 or 7 that I've been meaning to catch up on, because I really did want to be like, okay, why do y'all keep going to watch these movies? But I think I ended it like 4 or 5, and then I got caught up trying to watch other stuff. But I hear it's fun. It's not the only series with a whole bunch of movies, and I hear, some are hits, some are misses.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
The fans fucking love it, and they gonna show up every time. The Too Fast, Too Furious devotees. That's where I stopped. I stopped when they called that second one
the
Too
literal
Fast, Too
second
Furious.
one.
I said, no, that I won't be taking this franchise any further. But the people who
So you mean
love
to
it,
tell me you didn't see the smash box office hit that was Tokyo Drift featuring one little Bow Wow as the star?
No idea what you're talking about.
You should be disgusted with yourself. Classic cinema.
So if you're in the movie, are you part of the family forever? Is that how it works?
I think so. I don't know if Bow Wow popped up again, but most of the people who've been in the franchise at some point have like popped up again. Like Ludacris is still in it. Tyrese was doing the thing until he got into it with The Rock.
That's how I know about the family.
They were like, well, you're not for nothing, because Vin Diesel was also not featuring The Rock, but he kept his mouth closed.
Right.
He was like, I'm a Texas bitch and tell me to pull up and shoot me in the face.
But that's what Tyrese was saying, like, oh, the family don't act like that or something. And I'm like, this is not, you're not really family, right? Like, we're acting. But people feel that way. You either feel it or you don't.
They work really hard together for a long time and freeze together, get soaking wet together, get injured together.
Make millions
for months and months on time. Like, yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But it is also a business that really is puppeteered by people who really just want to make their money, girl.
Yeah,
and we know that. So
and knowing The Rock and his, I almost said discography, The Rock and
sure.
Looking at that nigga's IMDb, like, I don't think family was what he was on set for. He just is not.
I mean, not what, 7 movies in?
Right.
Like, you're talking about most of them. Tyrese was in the second movie. Vin Diesel was in the first movie. Most of the people who are still in it have been in it for a long time.
Got you.
They brought this nigga in to be, an action star. And it's just like, he's here to make his point.
He ain't got to do nothing else, Vin Diesel. But, okay. Yeah, good for, this wasn't even about Fast and Furious, but I guess good for Bad Boys. And we'll see.
I'm hoping that it will be well written and that everyone will be respected and have a good time on set. And it'll be a good movie. Important. And I bought the Prime Video whatever of the last Bad Boy so I can watch it tonight.
Yeah, it is good. I do really. I remember watching it and enjoying it. So Oh, that
I watched
was
the second one a lot because it was based in Miami too, and I think it was actually shot there.
Is that the
and
one?
Gabrielle Union's
Gabrielle
in it.
Union was in.
Mhm.
Yes, that's what I was finna ask if that was the one. Yes, I remember. I mean, I like the Bad Boys franchise, and Bad Boys for Life was the last movie I saw in theaters before the pandemic.
Period?
No. Before the pandemic hit.
Oh, right. Oh, before the pandemic. That's right.
Yeah, it came out in January of 2020, and I just remembered that. So, woo, child, that feels like it was much longer than 3 years ago. But yeah, good for them.
Michael B. Jordan hosted Saturday Night Live this past weekend. And the actor apparently referenced his breakup with Lori Harvey in his opening monologue.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I didn't watch it because of all things to do on a Saturday night, you know. But
well,
I did see the clip of this. I'll say this was a smart move because I feel like it's not the first person who's gone on Saturday Night Live or been like a host of Saturday Night Live as a guest and like referenced their breakup or some other sort of like silly blog scandal in there. And I think it's smart because it's like a really easy and super passive way to address something like that and then never speak on it again.
Yep.
Plus, the whole thing revolves around humor. So you can always be like, oh, it's just comedy. We're just joking. Plus, if it's not funny, and it probably won't be, it's not your fault. Because you didn't write it. Yeah. Except for, you know, like when actual comics and stuff.
Right.
Most of the time, I don't think they write their opening monologues. I don't know. But it was cute. He just said something like, you know, most people after they go through a breakup, try to get in better shape, but he was already in shape for Creed.
Right.
Which is like a flex. That one was actually decent. And then it was like, he decided he was going to learn a new language, Estoy and Raya, which is, I guess, means I'm on Raya, the dating app.
Oh, okay. I'm like, Raya, what? I didn't get that. Okay.
Lost me. And then a whole bunch of the...
Michael B. Jordan is not on fucking Raya.
I mean, he didn't write it. It's a joke. It's a joke. And then a whole bunch of the lady cast members from SNL came out and like flirted with him.
Yeah.
And shot their shot or whatever.
Including the lesbian. Fine. I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw the part about he really, like you said, he mentioned it and it was like a thing, and then he just kept right on going with the monologue. And I agree, we probably never gonna hear him reference that relationship ever again. I mean, and for good reason. It's over. Everybody has moved on, but
there was nothing really shady. There was nothing disrespectful about it. It was all in good fun, and I got to move on. He didn't even talk about her. He just talks about, you know,
yeah, he didn't say
whatever silly shit they talked about for him for being broke up or whatever.
But I thought he did a pretty good job actually on SNL. He did a sketch where they were making fun of Southwest and all that shit that happened with Southwest Airlines. That was really funny. And one where he was Jake from State Farm and like would never leave the house. So he did a pretty good job. It was cute. And Lil Baby was there and he was being adorable, doing the peace sign at the camera. Lil Baby was the musical guest. And he was being so cute at the very end of the show. He was like, hey, mama, and doing like the little peace sign and everything, and it was adorable.
Oh,
yeah.
Black History Month. Speaking of Happy Black History Month, Lotto was trying to sell her drawers on eBay. Follow me. So, well, not for real. Did you hear about this?
I did. This was crazy. Anyway, I'll let you do it.
So, Lotto, I guess, has been photographed more than once at least wearing the same cheetah print thong, like visibly showing in like a sexy from the back, look at this ass kind of shot.
Yeah.
And so some fucking loser took 2 pictures of her with her panties showing and said, can't afford new panties. And so she unfortunately responded to this and said, oh no, it's the panty police. And it could have been done there
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, anyone with half of their working sense would have, even without a quote from Lotto, looked at this tweet from whoever this was and been like, are you stupid?
Right. Because it's panties. A cheetah print.
Laundry.
A cheetah print thong is that's an extremely common design for draws. And I just don't know what makes you think that like this is her one and only pair of underwear, or that she wouldn't. Do you not wash and wear your underwear?
Of course you do.
Like, so
because you're some random bearded billy goat who's living wherever the fuck with your goddamn mama.
This was
and
so
talking
weird.
about like who's somebody you don't know, what pair of drawers they wearing and when and how many they have.
Like, I just don't. It's crazy to me to think that Lotto wouldn't have, first of all, more than one pair of cheetah print thongs. Like, I assume she has a lot of animal print underwear. Like, that don't seem like a stretch at all. And then secondly, like, girl, what are you saying here? That it's just same coochie juice, just every day. She just gets up and puts on the same fucking pair of drawers and just never rinses the hoe off or nothing.
Y'all bitches are weird.
They are. That was so
and
strange.
Like, you know, good luck getting me into any type of tea with this. But like I said, you know, I felt like the whatever initial tweet from her could have, you know, been enough. She decided to take it a step further and put the panties up on eBay, tweeting a link to it saying auction live on eBay since I can't wear them twice, and started bidding at 99 cents. And this was the following day from the tweet. By that day, Monday evening, the bidding for the draws had reached over 93,000 U.S. state dollars. U.S. state. And
wow.
You know, there you can do whatever you want with that. Tuesday, however, eBay snatched the listing down and said, girl, you can't say your damn panties on here. Move.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they actually say, oh, eBay is committed to maintaining a safe environment. They said you can't sell your panties on here.
Exactly. Open an OnlyFans for that.
Now, I guess this was initially just supposed to be like a joke or, you know, trolling the trolls and stuff like that. But I guess it's also simultaneously a flux. Like these panties you tried to come for me for almost made 100 bands in
could have
24 hours.
Yeah, like that very could have happened.
Should have sold them on OnlyFans.
I mean, I just felt like this was so fucking weird. Like, y'all really be looking for reasons to like comfort people or be shitty to them or talk to them in a way that you would never talk to another human being. Like, y'all look for reasons to do. These young celebrities who live online, y'all just find reasons to agitate them. Like, this was so stupid. Panties?
And at the very same time, a whole day later, you were still like, this really gonna fuck them up. I'm gonna put these panties they were talking about yesterday on eBay.
She really in her, like, they really got under her skin with that. I was stunned that she cared that much.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't necessarily get that either, but the fact that somebody tried to criticize her for wearing the same drawers twice is like, bitch, that is something everybody on the planet does.
I don't know.
That's so stupid.
Like what you thought.
Yeah.
I do know what you thought. And it's like, unfortunately, now you probably empowered some weird, freaky dumbass.
Yep.
To feel like, ooh, let me go and harass more people and see who else I can get. Who else is famous I can get to respond
It's
to.
just
who else I can annoy for no fucking reason. Whatever.
Yeah. Weirdo behavior.
The recently announced Lovers and Friends Festival that has everyone who has released a single under the urban category between the years 1998 and 2009. Apparently they've got a lawsuit on their hands from one Lil Jon who's upset over their use of the name Lovers and Friends for the festival. Although it's presented by Usher.
Oh.
Who was also an artist.
Yeah.
who can claim Lovers and Friends.
It's true.
Now, this is the second Lovers and Friends festival, apparently. The inaugural festival, which took place via Live Nation in May of last year, had Lil Jon. Were the East Side Boys there?
I don't even know.
Guess not.
This is a crazy lineup.
Had Lil Jon headline alongside Usher and Ludacris. So, hey, the song. And some other people. And they allegedly were talking about the license fee, paying a license fee for the name for that. And then they were going to, I suppose, to like continue that transaction or whatever throughout whatever. And according to Lil Jon and his legal representation, that's not the case. They say Lil Jon has lost that trust that he had and has decided that the issue has been deferred long enough and that either a resolution or a litigation must occur immediately.
Damn. Well,
they say Live Nation has done everything possible to work around Lil Jon and not with him while stealing the name/title with which he has been closely associated for almost 2 decades. This gagged me. His lawyers also said that the use of the name is an obvious effort to confuse consumers into thinking that Lil Jon is performing at the festival or at the very least producing it. I mean, lawyers lie.
I mean,
so
they do. They say whatever they feel like they need to say.
So, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't see a number here that they're looking at. I don't know. Whatever. But as I say, I mean, everybody and their mama is going to be at this show. Mariah Carey, Missy, Usher, Christina Aguilera,
wow,
Summer Walker, and Jhené Aiko, Lil Kim, Boyz II Men, Genuine, Next.
Luma D, nigga.
Lil Mo, 702, Party Next Door, Bryson Tiller, Shaggy, and Sean Paul.
Eve. This is a huge
Master
show.
P, as well as the No Limit Soldiers.
Yeah.
Nelly, the Brat. They got the Brat off of Dish Nation and on a goddamn stage to perform. And Vogue, JoJo, Jagged Edge, Blackstreet.
Yeah. So I guess legally it's going to come down to whether he has copyrighted Lovers and Friends or if they can prove that, you know, he's associated, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know the law around this. Like, I feel like the legal argument is one thing, but I'm surprised that Lil Jon and Usher are apparently not on good enough terms to have talked about this. Because obviously Usher was
like it's
also
not an Usher issue.
I mean, it's Usher, but it's Usher presents Lovers and Friends. He was on the song.
Via Live Nation. I doubt that he's the producer of the show so much as the host and headliner.
Okay,
that's just my guess.
No, I mean, but like, I just feel like if one of us is the host and headliner and booked by Live Nation, Rock Nation, whoever to do this, and the other one, like we did a song together called Lovers and Friends. It's just, I don't know. Maybe they tried, like maybe Usher and Lil Jon tried to like talk about it or everybody have a meeting.
Yes, but see, what I'm saying is I don't think that Usher would be the one paying him. So it doesn't really matter to me.
I guess I'm just thinking like if Lil Jon is suing behind the name of this, that somebody else who was on the song, who is like the headliner of the festival, it just seems like...
I see what you mean.
Like,
think.
Was there like, even like, I mean, I don't know that they're friends or whatever, but...
Probably
as Usher,
more.
You know, maybe that's it. Maybe I'm assuming that they're much closer than they are because I'm thinking... If you're doing a Lovers and Friends show, why wouldn't you like text Lil Jon and be like, nigga, you doing the Lovers and Friends with me or something like, because we did the song
last year.
Right. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, if Usher is so like integral to this show that he's going to be a part of it every year and the rest of the cast rotates. And I don't know. I think I just thought that they were closer friends than what maybe they actually are. And that any disagreements like this would have been able to be handled privately.
Well, clearly they're not.
Yeah.
It's called the Lovers and Friends show and Usher's there and he's not. So, and they damn sure ain't lovers. So,
so yeah, I guess that's it. And we'll see how it plays out in court.
TJ Holmes and Amy Robach?
Sure.
Whatever, that white lady he was cheating on his wife with. They're not at ABC anymore. Good Morning America, ABC News.
Mm-hmm.
The girls over down to the ABC said, after several productive conversations with Amy and TJ Holmes about different options, we all agreed it's best for everyone that they move on from ABC News. We recognize their talent and commitment over the years and are thankful for their contributions. AKA, girl, you knew they weren't coming back on for this bitch. And at the end of the goddamn day, they should have knew better. We're not having that harlotry down to this motherfucking establishment.
Yeah.
And good luck.
I mean, I don't know. It kind of seemed like because they let them right back on air that ABC did have the option of just letting them continue to work and letting it play out. Like the news cycle, you know, it changes very quickly. And it just seems like maybe this would have been over, you know, within a few days. But I think the more stories that came out about all the shit TJ Holmes in particular was doing, how he had something inappropriate with one of the interns or something, and how he had been fucking multiple people at ABC. Like, maybe that had something to do with them being like, you know what, never mind. Like, let's just call it off. But I am shocked that they fired the white woman, too. I definitely thought they was going to let her ass keep her job.
Well, she is a woman.
I mean, and a white girl, too. They love, you know, saving her, and they love positioning themselves as the ultimate victim. So I guess ABC said, you know what, we just don't actually want the smoke. We don't want nobody online accusing us of being racist for this. So actually, just both of y'all can go. And it is what it is. Like, y'all are grown and y'all knew good and goddamn well y'all wasn't supposed to be doing this. So it's just consequences.
Why are they always having public picnics and flying kites and fucking riding on dolphins and going and making little wax figurines and shit at the zoo and shit? Like, I constantly see them smiling ear to ear like they're having the time of their fucking life. So good luck.
Yeah. Y'all be all right, clearly.
Don't care. Boop. Goodbye. The Grammys are coming up, and apparently Quavo is going to perform a tribute to Takeoff there. I wish him the best. I hope that is through sincere desire and preparation, stability, the things that one might need to go and do something like that this soon after losing someone so close to them and so beloved to them. I hope there is no industry pressure, label pressure, or pressure of any kind, because if it were me, y'all wouldn't hear from me maybe ever again. So good luck to him and anyone else who may be emotionally affected by that. It's probably going to be a lot. And anyone else who's going to the Grammys without someone that they should have been going to the Grammys with this year or wherever else. To lunch, to Publix, to the beach.
Did you see the video that Quavo put out for that song Without You that he did after? My nigga, when I tell you Quavo is like almost unrecognizable, this man has clearly not been sleeping, eating, nothing. Like he looks skeletal. And you can tell that he is grieving incredibly deeply. So I just know that I'm sure they're going to do this around the In Memoriam segment. But I just know it's going to be heartbreaking. Yep. It is going to be heartbreaking.
During this year's In Memoriam Grammy segment, Mav City Music.
Who is that?
Maverick City Music.
Okay.
Well, forgive my ignorance, girl.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know who that is.
They look fun. Yeah.
Oh, shut me up.
New to me, and probably not you, but they will be joining Quavo for Without You as they remember the life and legacy of Takeoff this Sunday, February 5th.
Woo! Yeah. So that's going to, it's a choir. So it is going to be, Jesus. Yep, heart-wrenching for sure. But I didn't really keep up too much with the Migos. I liked some of their songs, but I wasn't some huge fan. But to see how Quavo has, that I'm not saying go watch that video or anything because it is sad. He's just sitting there, but he is clearly just devastated ain't the word. And I'm just so sad for him, Offset, everybody who was close to Takeoff because that was so fucked up.
All right, that's all that I have for our this thing, Hot Tops. So we'll do the breaks and then come back and read what you have to say.
Hoo-doo.
Hey guys, thanks to Talkspace. Putting yourself first in the new year does not have to be a challenge. Talkspace offers therapy and psychiatry, and being able to reach out to your provider at any time, anywhere makes taking care of your mental health super easy. Working through things in therapy can be tough, but connecting with your therapist through Talkspace is not. Plus, get help with or without insurance. Most insured members only pay a $25 copay or less. So sign up online and get a personalized match with the provider that is right for you, typically within 48 hours. You can text them, video, voice message, all that stuff to your licensed therapist. So it's very convenient. It's very easy to use. And as a listener of the podcast, you will get $100 off your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com and use code READ to match with the licensed therapist today. Go to Talkspace.com and use the code READ to get $100 off of your first month and show your support for the show. I've used Talkspace myself in between moments where I am not speaking to my typical therapist.
Mm-hmm.
That's helpful. Try it out. That's READ at Talkspace.com. Let's move on.
Hey, y'all, right after the new year, when your e-commerce business is dealing with gift returns, late deliveries, and a mountain of customer emails, you can feel stuck. ShipStation helps you get there faster. That's right, getting closer to freedom and getting everything resolved, whether you run a side hustle or a giant warehouse. And their best rates in the industry just got even better with up to 86% off USPS and UPS rates. ShipStation effortlessly integrates everywhere you sell online, including Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and more. You can manage every order from a simple dashboard, automate routine shipping tasks, print shipping labels, and easily compare rates and delivery times. With enterprise solutions that make warehouse optimization easy, ShipStation scales whenever you and your business do. Over 100,000 companies have grown their e-commerce businesses with ShipStation, and 98% of companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life, like us. I can't even tell you how many years Alex has been using ShipStation to handle our merch because it is just that easy and that efficient. So you can make your new year, this year, your best year, and grow your business with ShipStation right now. Just use promo code READ today at ShipStation.com to sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's 2 months for you to try it out, see how easy it is, decide if you love it, if it's right for you. Again, over at ShipStation.com, promo code READ. Elevate your business with ShipStation and the Read. And let's move on.
We're back. It's time for your letters.
Yes, send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com and we may read it aloud on the show. Our first letter this week comes from Jenna, who says, "Hey, y'all. As you're both aware by now, the tour dates have been released. My close friends and I have been contemplating." I just love how you said the dates. We just are supposed to know. So my close, and we do. Yeah. My close friends and I have been contemplating a trip to Europe for the tour, and when I mentioned this girl's trip to my husband, it caused a huge argument. There must have been a miscommunication because he thought he was invited. It snowballed into a much bigger argument and ended with him calling me selfish. I believe the true issue is his lack of close friendships that afford him the opportunity to plan trips in the way that I can with my girlfriends. We've gone on multiple couples trips to ensure that the men in our lives feel included. So I'm not understanding why he can't accept that I want to see Beyonce with my girls. I encourage him to forge stronger relationships outside of me, but he gets defensive. As his wife, I don't want him to feel rejected, but I also believe I'm entitled to my independence. I don't think this would be an issue if he had a close male friend group to go on trips with. How do you find balance when it seems like one partner has a bigger social circle than the other? What should I do? Please help. Thanks, Jenna.
Okay, so Jenna's man ain't got no friends, and she want to go to see Beyonce overseas and have,
a girls trip.
Trip without this nigga. And he is, I think, reasonably upset by the thought of missing out on Beyonce. And that's the only reasonable part I got out of it. But
yeah.
I don't know how you get a nigga to go and make friends.
For real.
I also don't know how to go and make friends. So I really don't know what to tell you, hun. I think that I would probably let me put myself in your shoes. Okay, I have a man. He's dumb. I'm going to see Beyonce. You mad? It's too bad because I'm going anyway. What do I do? I don't see much more than a conversation coming out of this and me trying to be as empathetic and calm through the conversation as possible. I guess, say most of what was said in this letter, if you haven't already, which is that I think the problem boils down to the fact that you need friends to go out with. Maybe, I don't know how direct and pointed these couples excursions have been. I don't know if y'all do like Bravo, where you guys get together and then the girls go to one side of the establishment and drink and talk about each other. And then the men are on the other side of the establishment and smoke cigarettes and talk about y'all. But if that's not what you're doing, try that out. Like, I don't know if something has to be done where it's more like, you guys be a group. Here's the thing. Who's to say that them niggas are gonna like each other? I don't know what to tell this nigga, to be honest with you. Besides that, I'm going to see Beyonce. That this is a girls' trip. What can we plan together around this? I mean, outside of this, that might make you feel better. And how can we get you to a fucking Buffalo Wild Wings to make a friend, bitch? I don't know.
Like, she said that they go on couples trips, like, with, I guess, I'm assuming with some of these same people who are like her friends and she goes on the girls' trips with. So if you haven't bonded with the other husbands by now, I just don't see how anybody, regardless of whether you know which spouse you are, I don't see how you don't understand that sometimes people want to do things with their friends and not have, you know, spouses or significant others be involved. Like, I do exist outside of you. So I think your suggestion of like, what else can we do is a good one, because just because you go to Europe and watch the show with your homegirls don't mean you can't watch it in Dallas with your man. Like, I don't see why you can't go twice, once with them and once with him, if it means that much to you. So as far as like balance, because you seem to have closer friends than he does, I mean, I don't know what it is about straight men and making friends, but if you have tried as far as like bringing him in and having him be a part of like your group when it's couple stuff going on and he hasn't forged connections with those people, like I said, then I'm just not sure what else you can do. Maybe you can talk to him about it and be like, because you told us that you think the true issue is his lack of close friendships, and you've tried to encourage him to get stronger, have stronger relationships, but he gets defensive. So at that point, it's like, I'm trying to help you. I have a bunch of really good friends. We do shit like this. If you don't want my help, like my suggestions or my tips, my advice on making close friends, that's fine. But don't get mad at me because I have this group of people that I want to spend time with. Like, if you had close friends, I would be totally fine with you going on a boys' trip to see Beyonce. You could do that. So, yeah, I think maybe you can't fix this for him, like the issue of close relationships or whatever, but you can say, you know, I'm here to help if you would like my advice or whatever, and I am here to go to the show with you stateside. But this trip to Europe, this is me and my homegirls, and like, you can't be mad at me for that. And, you know, have him talk to his therapist or y'all's couples therapist about it if he still feels a way. But you are entitled to have your own life. Absolutely. So good luck getting tickets in Europe. And I hope you all enjoy the show. Our next letter comes from Big LA, who says, I just got married a few months ago, even though a part of me knew that I shouldn't. But I hyped it up to my family, so I felt like I had to go through with it. My husband and I have been through so much drama, from other women to different types of harassment and abuse. And we come from two different worlds. I've been over it, but my final straw happened when I got my dog. I was never a dog person, but I went to the Humane Society and fell in love with this one, and now he's my everything. I didn't know how much I needed him until I adopted him, and he has changed my world drastically. But I don't like how my husband talks to my dog and how he makes stupid comments like, you make sure the dog eats before your husband. Like, obviously I do, because he's a dog who can't feed himself. Every time he messes with my dog, I'm ready to put him out of my house. I've never really defended myself against him, but I'm ready to go to war over my dog. I know I should have been put this man out, but I had safety concerns and felt responsible for him. I know I'm not wrong, and I'd choose my dog anytime. She said she felt responsible for her husband.
What the safety concerns?
Well, that's probably, relating to he's going to get mad and react physically, violently.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I know I'm not wrong, and I would choose my dog anytime. My question is, am I fucked up for letting this man be awful to me, but I won't stand for it when it comes to my dog? Love you both. Thanks. Big LA.
Am I what?
Am I fucked up for letting this man be awful to me,
No.
but not standing for it when it comes to my dog?
No, you're human, and it sounds like you're in a relationship with a fucking asshole. And those are often complicated and really oppressive and sticky.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not judging you. I do think that I understand you wanting to stand up more for your dog, although that might sound wild to people who don't have pets, or maybe some people who do have pets or whatever. It's like they're innocent baby creatures.
Right.
Like they're like,
and they stay that
cats
way.
and dogs and fish and whatever, your tarantula, whatever. Like there's no reason. They're animals don't have, like, you're not gonna bring a dog into a situation and then be like, yeah, bitch, I eat before you. Like the dog's not beefing with you. Like it don't have no problem with you.
Yes.
Like if anything, it wants to play. At worst, it feels your energy as a dickhead and wants to protect its loved one from you. But you coming into a situation and beefing with the time of that a dog eats versus you is strange.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the thing that's fucked up is, or the person that's fucked up in this situation is your husband.
Yep. She married him. I mean, and she said she knew she shouldn't have, but she felt like she had to go through with it. So
what's that lady name? What is that white lady's name from the that Netflix show?
Not Brene Brown?
No.
White lady Netflix.
Carol Baskin.
Oh my God.
I think that what we can consider here, that dog's gotta eat.
The way I thought you was talking about therapy. You were talking about murder.
That dog's gotta eat.
Yeah.
And on schedule.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Look into it. Watch, if you haven't seen. You can
can't.
Google. Some ideas on the table. I break up with, divorce.
Yeah.
And depending on how bad or whatever things have actually gotten, maybe jump. Maybe physically jump. Like
up and down? Or
yeah, rope.
Yeah. I mean, so
jump rope.
I agree with you about, like, I'm not judging you. I don't think you're, messed up or something for this, because I think most people in the same situation, even if you do have trouble sticking up for yourself, when you see somebody bullying or tormenting or abusing someone who can't defend themselves, someone who's completely innocent in the situation, most of us are going to say something about it or do something about it or at the very damn least be angry and upset about it. So I would just say this man, definitely, I mean, and you said that y'all have a history that includes, cheating and other horrible, abusive things. So this man definitely sounds abusive, and whatever you need to do to get him away from you in a safe way, I say start planning for an escape for you and your dog. I don't know if you have family or a bunch of cousins or something nearby that can come over while you tell him to get out of your house and change the locks and set you up with some security or whatever. Like, it's much easier said than done when you say leave, especially when you're talking about leaving an abuser. So I'm not going to act like it's simple. I'm not going to act like it's simple because I have said this before, but when my relationship like 6 years ago ended in abuse, it was extremely difficult to leave that nigga. And I would have never in a million years thought that it was hard. I would have never thought that it was that hard to leave somebody who had physically hurt me. But it is. So, and and you're married, so it is even more complicated. But you and your dog deserve safety and an environment where you don't have to be subjected to treatment like this. So I'm wishing y'all the best. And if it took, seeing how he treats the dog for you to realize that this ain't the relationship for you, then I don't see anything to be ashamed about in that. Mm-hmm. Not at all. It just matters that you got here. And so, yeah, girl, do whatever you need to do, and wishing you the best of luck. But you for sure deserve better than this nigga. Absolutely.
Also, aluminum baseball bats, $26.99 on Amazon.
A steal.
Wow. Oh, you can get a pink one.
Random information for you to know and apply to your life however you see fit. But
however you see it.
Good luck, darling, with figuring everything out. Because, especially, I'm sorry, it's something about that. You make sure the dog eat before your husband. You are a grown, able-bodied individual who can feed them fucking selves.
I feed my dog before me. Who cares?
Depending on how big your kid is, you probably feed the dog before you feed your damn children because they can walk their asses in the kitchen and get a fucking orange or whatever. Like, the dog is literally dependent on me to give him food.
Why does it matter, you weird bitch?
The dog triggers your insecurities this way? That's that macho bullshit. That is the
I feed my dog whenever the fuck I want to, bitch. And that's really the long and the short of it, ho.
There you go.
If you have a problem with it, you can get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that's my Black History Month.
Take care of yourself. Good luck with leaving that bitch ass nigga, though. And send us an update, please. Let us know how it goes. We're going to wrap up the questions right there for this week. Again, if you have one for us, send it to asktheread@gmail.com. asktheread@gmail.com. We're going to take another quick break and then come right back.
Many of today's occupations didn't really exist a decade ago, from Etsy sellers to podcast producers like us and folks. New opportunities to build a career are popping up every single day, and Squarespace is the ultimate tool for professionals to use for them to build a site and market their brand and sell things and be fancy and show off pictures of their new shoes. Features like Squarespace Analytics can allow you to use insights to grow your business, so the telehealth therapist can see where most of their site visits are coming from, or the people making little boots for kitty cats. The appointment scheduling feature allows you to add online booking and scheduling to your Squarespace website. Maybe you do Swedish massages or braids.
That's fine.
Squarespace even offers a members area, features for where you can sell access to gated content like videos, online courses, or newsletters. Maybe you're a choreographer or a painter. Head to squarespace.com/read for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. That is squarespace.com/read. Go be a business person, baller, shot caller.
The Read is supported by State Farm. There's a such thing as getting too personal, like when a coworker is complaining about their relationship and going a little bit too deep, or when a friend is trying to show you pictures and videos of that weird oozing growth on the bottom of their foot. Like, girl, please keep some things to yourself. But it's not the case with insurance. With State Farm, your insurance works for you, giving you options through personalization that meets your needs, okay? What you and your family and your business have going on. With the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you get the coverage you want and need through a policy that helps you cover what's important to you, all at a great rate that you can afford. So again, you know, with the warts and the growths and things, you don't have to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary. Hey y'all, this segment is sponsored by Target, who's celebrating Black History Month with a 100% Black owned or designed collection featuring styles from brands like Sammy B, who you may remember from Project Runway, with her gorgeous women's clothing line that's feminine with, you know, a bit of an eclectic edge. Ade and Ayo, African-inspired children's wear, so your kids can be fresh and clean, looking good out here. Even Pillow Script, who makes decorative script throw pillows to jazz up your house, make it feel more like home. Target's exclusive Black History Month assortment focuses on representation across the diaspora, including an expanded partnership with Black cotton farmers. And it gets better because we're partnering with Target to bring you exclusive content celebrating Black excellence. So thanks again to Target for sponsoring The Read. We're thrilled to share that Target is committed to spending more than $2 billion with Black-owned businesses by the end of 2025. To learn more about how Target supports Black communities, from investing in the next generation of HBCU talent to making it easy to shop Black-owned brands year-round, visit target.com/Black Beyond Measure.
Okay, we're back. It's time for The Read.
It is.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't really.
All right. Well, I'll go first. I just have two quick things to talk about. First of all, Letitia Kai. Don't know if you know who she is.
Nope.
She's an artist from Ivory Coast. She has beautiful hair that she frequently creates sculptures with, like really incredible work. Somebody whose work I have seen before and always been really impressed by. She decided to jump completely off the deep end and do a portrait of one J.K. Rowling with her hair. Posted this beautiful Black woman, manipulated her hair into the image of J.K. Rowling, and posted it on Instagram, talking about how J.K.
What is
Rowling.
this person's name? Letitia Kai?
Yes, it's Laetitia, and then Kai is just KY. And so, I mean, so she says she did this. She, again, maneuvered her hair into the shape of this white woman because J.K. Rowling is one of the most famous feminist figures that she relates with. And she got harassed last year for telling J.K. Rowling happy birthday. And that's when she decided that she was tired of y'all. And she is an adult female-born woman. And there is nothing wrong with women deserving protection based off of their sex. And everybody is just attacking her. And they don't even, who can even tell the difference between a trans woman and a man playing dress up? And y'all are demonizing her. And even though she's not hateful at all and not transphobic at all, and y'all have done me the same way, and this white woman has given me courage and put a battery in my back to keep going and never submit to your bullshit. And I'm just like, girl, first of all,
what? I'm so confused.
I can't believe that in 2023, Black women still think that aligning themselves with hateful, bigoted white women is going to get them any further in life.
You meant that this bitch actually...
Yes.
I was so confused.
Have you found it now? She took her hair.
This is like the Boondocks level.
And designed.
This is surreal.
This white woman.
You are fucking kidding me at what I'm looking at. Okay.
Yeah. And
sorry, interrupted.
No, it's fine. I just can't believe that we're still doing this, Black girls. Like, you do know that when it comes right down to it, them hoes are never on team us. Y'all always. Okay. So, but anyway, obviously, J.K. Rowling is not giving a fuck about advocating for Black women or much less, you know, Black trans women or anybody else. Like, obviously not. And so then for you to be like, I'm going to decide to align myself with this white supremacist ideal of like transphobia, and how dare y'all say that women don't deserve protection on the basis of sex, and who can even tell the difference and all this other shit anyway. Like, there was just literally no reason for you to go full hateful with the caption to accompany this. Like, it was already a stupid, ridiculous decision to do that with your hair, but you really didn't have to go full transphobic in the explanation for it. And nobody is arguing that women don't need protection. But what I don't understand why y'all don't seem to understand that trans women are at even higher risk of violence than we are. I don't know how y'all don't get that.
Okay.
Are you paying no attention? And you talking about how all of these people saying all these terrible things about J.K. Rowling, and y'all not doing anything to actually help anybody. And do you think this bitch is helping? Like, to me, the way she wrote this caption is all about trying to frame it as if she's not actually transphobic. I'm not actually transphobic. We love trans people. We're just saying not at our table, not in our house. Not around us.
That's how it works.
That is, do you hear that? Like, do you know what you sound like? It's giving Knives Out. It's giving, I thought you should have been invited to the funeral, but I was outvoted. Bitch. Y'all are so fake and so nasty. And this was just completely unnecessary. And I saw it because she also, she brought it to Twitter and said, I made J.K. Rowling with my hair to celebrate her and thank her for her courage. Thank you for loving women, for being honest and putting integrity before money and profit. Thank you for giving us the courage to speak. Nobody has ever tried to stop y'all from being hateful towards trans people. Like, nobody's physically stopping you from doing that. You're not at risk for persecution for that. Nobody's going to arrest you. What are you talking about? You will be remembered as a true shero. You hoes were never at war. Nobody would you. You are imagining this conflict where y'all are being oppressed and beaten down because you hate trans women. That's not, you're not losing your job for this. You're probably not going to lose most of your fans or most of your support. Like, this is not a dangerous position for you to take.
Weird.
It's so strange how the oppressors love to manipulate the conversation and act like they are the ones who are actually being attacked. People are calling you out on your bullshit, but you're not losing your fucking life for this.
Strange.
You're not in any danger. And again, for you to take your beautiful hair and fashion it in the image of this white
girly. Cause that's it for me. I was just getting ready to say that. Like, I'm talking about white girlies that I stand that I don't know have a history of. I am having a nearly impossible time trying to think of a white person that I would take my black hair and fashion in the likeness of.
Exactly that.
When was this?
This was just a few days ago.
Okay, I was about to say Black History Month yesterday, but it's still bad.
Oh, yeah, no, this was before. Thank God. This was before Black History Month. But and then, of course, she has radical feminist, adult human female, and all this in her bio now. And it's just like, oh my God, so fucking ignorant. This is so
y'all
stupid.
Y'all are, whatever. I don't.
Yeah.
You really made a J.K. Rowling sculpture out of your gorgeous black hair.
Yep. This incredible artist, scroll through her Instagram. She has done some she has made some beautiful art.
I'm sure, based on that one photograph alone, I can, obviously, you're talented and beautiful. Wow. What a hill. What a hill. What a hill.
It's just crazy. It is just crazy.
Joanne is fine. I assure you. Joanne is great.
A white billionaire is who you thought needed this attention and support from you?
Word.
That's where you thought your energy was best placed?
All right.
Oh, yeah. So it's just super disappointing. I'm like I said, her work is incredible, but that is such a shit attitude. And it's just like, I'm taking it upon myself to shit upon trans women once again. This did not have to be said or done, and you chose to do both. So, yeah, disgusted, not shocked. And then I was also going to talk about Jason Whitlock, but I don't know if you was going to talk about Jason Whitlock, so I didn't want to.
I was still honestly circling the idea because, and honestly, my main thing with it was going to be, you know, in times of tragedy like the Tyre Nichols situation.
Yeah.
There's always going to be vultures that fly in and try to pick at the bones for their own weird, disgusting, often evil purposes and motives. Yeah. And those vultures come in all colors, sizes, textures, backgrounds, and things of that nature. And you can always count, especially on a stain like Tucker Carlson, to find the nearest nigger that will come on in moments like this and spew hate right back at their own people. Yep. And most of the, you don't give a fuck. That white man be tuned out.
Yeah.
Listening to these people. Legitimately, look at his face. It's like, when can I get a bump? Like, it's just like he's never even thinking. It doesn't even look like he's like listening to what you're saying. And here you are shitting on your own people, your own community with your dumb ass. And all that is known by the people who are giving you that platform is, can't wait for these fucking blacks to get all revved up and bring us the numbers.
Yeah.
And it works because it's like, we tired. But I'm not interested in reading that fucking polyp because let me tell you something.
Not a polyp.
Bitch, try as you might, you'll never be interesting, bitch.
Oh my God.
Ever.
If you missed it.
Argue with your mama you hate, bitch.
If you missed it, Jason Whitlock went on Tucker Carlson and found a way to blame black single mothers for what them cops in Memphis did. And so what I was going to say is
you're probably asking yourself, who the fuck is Jason Whitlock? The answer is nobody.
I mean, he really shouldn't be, but apparently Tucker Carlson calls him to come on his show and be his token Negro fairly frequently. Doesn't seem like this is his first time being on that show.
As I said.
Right. But he called it like an open and shut case, like, oh, these officers are clearly in the wrong. And then in the same fucking breath was like, I don't get why people are protesting when the officers and the victims are all black. And it's like, you called it an open and shut case, and I don't know why y'all are protesting. That lets me know that you've never understood why people were protesting. Yes, it is true that most of the protests have sprung up because a white cop killed some innocent black person minding their fucking business. But the issue has never been the race of the cop. Not really. The issue has always been cops. The issue is policing. And police uphold the standard of policing regardless of their race. As you can see in this video, if you watched it, which I did not, but I have read descriptions of it. And we see this play out all the fucking time. How many times did my mama, daddy, cousins, aunties have to tell me, you got to be twice as careful around black cops? Like, you got to be twice as nervous if a black cop pull you over, because it's almost like them niggas feel like they got something to prove to this white man. Almost like, don't worry. When I got this uniform on, I hate these niggas too. Jason Whitlock is a dumbass.
Yeah.
You really thought we weren't gonna protest police brutality because the cops who did it were black? It's still police brutality, nigga. You dumb nigga.
Y'all want us to be stupid so bad.
So fucking dumb. And then talked about how playing the video is just sowing racial division and we should be focused on Ukraine, but instead they trying to distract us with this nonsense. And, you know, this is what happened when you got a single black woman in charge of the city or in charge of the police.
Yeah.
And when you don't have no male authority in your home, then that's why you act like, girl.
Like, you don't even deserve to have
You're so
whatever
stupid.
your ragged sentiment was repeated on this platform or any other ones. You are a scrotum. Like, not even that. Because those bring life. Like, you're like, you are some sort of subterranean fucking, like, bacteria. I don't even have, like, I'm so disinterested. But, you're right.
He's just such a bitch. He's a little bitch. And after this clip came out, people were rightfully very upset. Even Sierra logged onto Twitter to be like,
yeah, she got with it.
She said, well, I was about to grossly misrepresent what she said. It wasn't anywhere near as ghetto as what I was about to say, but she called it irresponsible. It said that, obviously a lot of amazing kids have come from single mothers, and to undermine Black women like this is ridiculous and tragic. And that is the thing. Like, y'all act like having two parents in the home miraculously makes them good parents, makes them good at, taking care of their children's emotional and physical and mental needs. Like, you act like that makes them adequate at it. It does not. Single parent household, 2-parent household, 8-parent household, it really don't matter. All kind of people are fucked up. And to blame, I just don't understand. None of the cops who beat this man were single Black women. You mean to tell me the police chief is in charge of what these niggas did? Like, what, was she right there texting him? Was she on FaceTime being like, kick him again? It's like you niggas will find a way to blame Black women regardless of who is actually responsible.
It's strange.
It is. And it's weird. And I have disliked Jason Whitlock for a long time. I can't remember the last time he did anything that was redeeming of his character, but this was just fucking D. It's really wild to me that y'all think people don't care about police brutality if the cop is Black. What?
I don't.
When people talk about policing in this country, they're talking about the institution. They're not saying, let's literally just hire nothing but non-white police and that will solve the problem. No. As long as y'all don't give a fuck about people, specifically Black people, Asian people, poor people, people who are unhoused, as long as y'all care more about bullshit than human lives, then this is going to continue to be a problem. As long as y'all prioritize targeting minority or underserved communities, policing is going to be the problem, regardless of the race of whoever is wearing the uniform. If you didn't get that, I don't know how. You really must have been trying not to pay attention.
And I'm not a teacher.
But if you didn't understand that before, hopefully you get it now, because that is stupid as shit. How could anybody watch that video or read about what happened to that person and think, well, it shouldn't be no big deal because everybody involved is Black? What? He got jumped by 6 fucking cops.
At the end of the day, we talk about racism as it connects to police brutality because many times it's valid. However, police brutality, it can obviously come from all kinds of different races and colors or anybody that is a police officer because of the institution.
Yes.
Whiteness and white supremacy in itself historically placed itself in the top of this pyramid that causes obsession from a lot of other corners of the world with people who want that same level of privilege and power and will destroy whoever the fuck they feel like stands in their way of that. And a lot of the people who are of that mindset become cops.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, I'm not the professor of anything but eating snacks. So I'm not interested in coming in educating y'all on shit that should really be common sense. But yeah.
I was just disgusted, really disgusted. I I know what I can and can't handle, and I can't handle watching that video, but obviously I've been keeping up with the news, and I just could not. You know how you just think there's a level that surely niggas won't sing to this level, and then it's just like, you can never say that, though. You can never rest assured in that belief, because niggas will disappoint you every time. So yeah, fuck Jason Whitlock as usual. But that's it for me. I'm done.
Okay, so since we were speaking about this very same thing, I was probably going to skip over it, but whatever. I did not do too much digging into this story because I'm sad and depressed and anxious enough.
Mm-hmm.
I read enough about the story to get it and be incredibly disappointed, as usual.
Yep.
I did not need to see the video. I was not interested in seeing the video. It is unfortunate that it happened. Much as if there is video of it. So I'm rather disgusted by many websites, blogs, publications that chose to upload and post the video without any sort of warning, without any sort of tact, without any sort of care for people that may have been triggered by it or upset by it. I think we can all say what we want to have, whatever opinions we choose. I personally just believe that the Black experience cannot be an endless cycle of tragedy and grief and this uphill battle to self-heal and medicate and preserve ourselves, our own bodies and minds, like throughout it. It just can't be. There has to be like more, because we're so much more. And so in the here and now, not interested in seeing Black bodies viciously beaten and killed or anything of the like.
Right.
So to approach something like this without that type of care, I think is incredibly late and irresponsible, especially Black Black media. So do better. But that's all I'll say about that. Other than that, I really just wanted to say, Robin Dixon, girl, we do not care about your roommate cheating on you. We really aren't interested in the tea between you and your tenant that we had already known about. No one is shocked that Juan Dixon was entertaining other women. No one is gagged by the fact that Juan Dixon was bored. He lived with you. And
please.
At this juncture, after spending however many episodes of your latest season, seeing you trying to dance all around it, to snap your fingers, to do your step, to do it all by yourself, to do all the dances that you were trying to do, to now bring it up. We're not interested. We want to know if it's true that Juan ignored that boy's concerns about his assistant coach. That's the team. We're not interested in talking. Now you want to talk about that? We don't care, girl. We know that man cheated on you, and we'll continue to do so. Okay, so get to the real stuff. Get to the things that actually matter and are actually affecting lives. You don't want to talk about that? You want to talk about him cheating on you now? We're not concerned.
Because
we don't care.
The heat is turning up on that situation, and so here you go.
Do you have a publicist?
For what?
To come up with better ideas for distractions.
Oh, she needs it. She does.
I would suggest that as well as the stylist, because I saw what you had on for the latest reunion. I'm surprised you went. You and Giselle. I don't know, but like it should be called reasonably tacky. But that's neither here nor there. Ashley, I also don't know what you had on. What else? That's it. Last but not least, I really just want to say this is very general. I feel like I haven't done one of these in a while. This is like most of the time we come on here is very direct who we're talking about. I'm just going to say you don't have to lie to kick it. You don't have to lie to kick it. This is directed to all of you weird Mr., Mrs., Me Too ass bitches that no matter what the fuck we are talking about over tea and crumpets on a Thursday, that you, oh my goodness, that also happened to me. Let me tell you about the time that, oh my God, you motherfuckers who have to have a story for every goddamn thing that we talk about. A bitch could talk about a trip to Mars, Saturn, and your goddamn anus. And you will talk about how you once took an intergalactic trip. Shut the fuck up. It is okay to be quiet, bitch. Your voice does not have to fill up the goddamn air. Be still. Shut up.
Whew.
I don't believe you. One thing about me and these antenna, bitch, I can spot a lying asshole from across a football field. Shut up. Because it's only a matter of time before I tell you that we don't believe you. Then nobody's having fun. Then brunch is over. Fuck wrong with y'all?
Woo, then brunch is
My
over.
God.
Then it's over because I've made it uncomfortable.
I don't know if the pandemic just created more of you storytelling ass bitches. There are places for you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Since you have like
Mm-hmm.
a love for fiction,
Storytelling.
make a book of essays.
Mm-hmm.
Submit a story to Blumhouse or something. Make a movie.
Yeah.
But stop talking to me about every Tom, Dick, and goddamn lying ass Harry that came into your life and had you experience what the fuck we were just talking about. You lying, and I don't want to hear it. It's unnecessary. You can say, oh, wow, that's nice. I will have the chicken.
Mm.
Strange.
I feel like those people are insecure and don't know how to handle it.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Take that up with your therapist and your mama too. I'm not interested.
Right.
And whereas everybody else sitting around in their circle can, oh my God, and entertain your shit, I'm not doing it. You need to know that I am bracing myself and that it's only going to be a matter of time before I stop the fun. Now we're all going home.
Oh, I can see this. I can picture this.
What are you making shit up for?
Oh. To fit in?
Riffing on the spot, trying to come up with lies. Weird. That's it.
This is not improv. You don't have to add to the story and keep it going.
And once again, great example. You can go do that. If you want to just make things up right here on the spot, come up with it. If you are looking for somebody to yes and with, bitch, sign up for a class.
So many improv classes.
Because one of the first things that they teach you in improv, no doesn't go.
Yeah.
And you know what you're getting from me?
That fucking yes and. Oh.
I'm finished.
Yeah, something. Find an outlet. Good luck. And yeah.
Thanks for hanging with us. We are thrilled to share that Target is committed to spending more than $2 billion with Black-owned businesses by the end of 2025. Learn more about how Target supports Black communities, from investing in the next generation of HBCU talent to making it easy to shop Black-owned brands year-round. Visit target.com/BlackBeyondMeasure.
That'll wrap up this week's episode of the show. Check us out on social media at This Is The Read. Our website, thisistheread.com. You can find our merch at shoptheread.com. We're on Patreon at patreon.com/theread. And you can vote for us for the NAACP Image Awards. That link is on all of our social media profiles. So go check that out. Thank you to everybody who's voted for us and who nominated us and all that. And yeah, I feel like there was something else I meant to say, but I can't remember what it is. So couldn't have been that important. Anything you want to say before we head out?
Sure. Rap Shit Season 2 is full on in production. And we are working tirelessly to bring you great entertainment and fun and funny. Only the way that you would expect from an Issa Rae production. And I say that to say I'm tired. So thank you for bearing with a bitch, and look out for more information on this new season of the show, because I think it's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. We're excited to see
and
it.
I hope you all like it. And, you know, lots of really fun jokes. Lots of stuff I'm excited to see come to life. And funny that I'm hoping will translate well to the TV and that you'll eat it up and tell your friends to go watch it. Because the nights that we have spent.
I bet.
All right, I'm done. Before I go on a rant.
Okay. Well, good luck with wrapping up the season. And yes, we are waiting for it and can't wait to see it. So, but other than that, take care of yourselves and we will see y'all next week.